Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the mic check of episode 209 of the SplashCast. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host Norwood. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Man. Y'all know what it is. We're getting a late start today. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, brother. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was much needed rest and peace and quiet, and I appreciate that because I be needing it.
Yes, sir, man. Of course, I was back in Louisiana. Went for a funeral
Right.
before. Then we went for the Bayou Classic, and we got to see the family. We kind of had like I don't want to say a second funeral, but like the people that couldn't make it ended up making it down
The-
for Thanksgiving. So
yeah, you get to catch them eventually. Like, hey, I get to see you at least here, which is good. You need that double back if at all possible.
yeah, it was fun. So it was fun. And in HBCU news, we'll get to it. Y'all see the hat? Y'all see it?
Your boy feeling
uh.
good.
But with that being said, man, y'all know what it is. On Monday Night Raw, we do our mic check first, which has basically become the basketball segment. We got a few things we're gonna talk about today, mainly Hawks talk. The Hawks played. Well, I'll let you lead this since you basketball. Hawks
Yeah,
played a
we
3-1.
are. We got a lot of things going on right now as far as the Atlanta Hawks. We have finally gotten an update on Trae, and I think it's his MCL, even though I feel like everybody has MCL, PCL right now. And the update is he will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. And of
This is
course,
what we thought.
yes. Now reevaluation is interesting. We never really know. I started watching some of the videos he's posted on his YouTube about his rehab. Reevaluation in 2 weeks. To me, sounds like we'll just get another update. I don't think that he's actually started playing basketball yet. And until he starts to play basketball, I think that the next step will be clearance for for basketball and contact. So until he gets that, I think we're gonna be sitting for a while. With that, being what it is, we've continued to play pretty well in his absence. First up game, we played the Wizards, and this was not a very good showing by any stretch of the imagination. But the Wizards had never won a cup game, and they finally got off one versus us, and they beat the hell out of us. There's no other way to put it. 138 to like 113, I think, was the score of the game. And it was just really them not missing shots ever. Yeah, 132 to 113. Corey Kispert came out and he cooked us. And when he wasn't cooking us, CJ McCollum was doing that thing that he does exactly one time a year for every team that he plays for, where he goes digital and people forget. I mean, people are reminded of how good of a basketball player he is at his absolute peak. And they destroyed us. I kind of give that a math game. They had never won the cup game before, so they were kind of due. They're playing terribly. Eventually, these guys are NBA players. They're going to get somebody, and we got.
Yeah. We had a Porzingis sighting. This whole Wizards game was weird. Kispert came out and I think went like 4-4 from 3 in the first quarter or something like that. And then at that point CJ McCollum caught fire. And Alex Sarr, is it Alexander Sarr? He had a
Yeah,
really
but
good game, 27 and 11.
and he's a really good basketball player. I mean, I don't, I know that he didn't take our meeting and we don't have the best relationship with the kid, but at that size, he can do a lot of different things.
They were 50% from 3 for the game. They were 57% from the field. And when CJ McCollum gets hot, he is hot as fish grease. And he has the mid-range, he has the 3, and he gets, he puts on some compression socks and gets to the rim every now and then now, even though he's 37, 36, 37 years old. So
Yeah, but he done for the Super Bowl.
Up, and it was playing NBA Cup game. I kind of chalked that game up. We did have a Porzingis sighting, which was
Who cares?
But I think 22 and 7 or something like that.
Yes,
something similar.
22. 22 and 8.
Yeah, so I mean, he was there and he did what he had to do, but he just could not keep up with Sar. Sar just was rim running him the whole time.
KP is slow, and I don't know. He got bad immune system, something.
Yeah, bad everything. So I mean, that game, as soon as they hit like 13 threes in the first half, I was all
Corey Kispert, and I was actually had to make the joke that I always make about Trae is, damn, we let a guy who's just a guy get his career high, and I can't blame Trae.
Nope.
Because he was not on the floor. And I was like, damn, this is a little ironic. Even though he only ended up with 19, so I don't think he even ended up with his career high. I think his career high was like 24. So I may be saved from my own joke. But at the end of the day, he was electrifying. And it was just to the point where it's like, all right, well, he's just going to hit everything. And people like these guys are NBA players. Some days they're going to do that. And the only thing you can do is say, damn, that guy's a really good basketball player one time a year. This to me is kind of a throwaway game. This
I got to figure out how JJ and Porzingis is going to play together. I've seen more Jalen Johnson. Like, he couldn't get going this game at all. Like, he had a rough game. But I've noticed when Porzingis gets the ball, he slows down the offense a little bit, and that plays away from what Jalen can do.
Porzingis does not belong. I've said this since day one. Porzingis don't belong in the starting lineup.
Well, I think they're officially gonna make that switch. The fans are now, and the commentators are now calling for that. Like, and you can't start if you're only playing a third of the game.
That is always my point from day one was he don't play back-to-backs. Even if he played all the games and his stomach didn't hurt all the time, he was never going to play back-to-backs. Right. Gatorade.
Double entendre.
But all of the things, but he was never going to do that. And now I think he's played maybe less than half the games he's played in.
Shout out to the 76ers, and we'll get to that game later. I'm sure we'll talk about it. But I don't see the only way that you can tolerate this is that Embiid is the best center in the league, or one of the best top 2 center in the league when he's healthy. That's the only way you can tolerate this, because this is frustrating, especially after watching the Pistons today. Like, we needed that 7'4" size.
We needed one more person. Okay, we'll get to that, because that is a very, very important point. Next up, surprise, a game that I think that most people kind of picked us to lose. I think I picked us to lose. Realistically, I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought that we would probably trounce the Wiz and then probably have a rough night against the Cavs. Yes, it balanced out, this is actually better for us. We need the Cavs to lose more. I'd rather the Cavs lose than the Wizards lose. Wizards got enough losses. We need teams that are equal to or greater than us to lose. So this was a very big win. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 30 points in this game. Now, Donovan Mitchell did give us 42, but I think we kind of played the Zach LaVine game where, all right, well, we'll let one guy torch us and we'll win the game.
You gotta just let him do it, because Donovan Mitchell has scored like 30 points against us for the last like 5 games. So at this point, there's you just, like you said, the Zach LaVine stuff. You just gotta let him score, bro.
Yeah.
If you can stop Evan Mobley or slow him down and bother the point guard. I was about
Darius
to call him Bobby Gibson. Darius Garland, same person.
Oh Lord, don't no, hell no. Hell no. Darius Garland is an all-star. Booby Gibson is Booby Gibson.
Keisha Cole. Darius Garland. He's gonna get you your 15 and 10, but 8 of them assists went to Donovan Mitchell. So It's like, well, but they couldn't stop us. And shout out to you, DeAndre Hunter. You got put in the blender after you got in that little scuffle.
Yeah, well, fundamentally, I look at the Cavs roster. Number one, I think they're like 13-9 maybe, and they're over the second apron. That team has some financial issues that are going to eventually have to be addressed. I'm glad that's not my problem. That's not my ministry, not my issue to figure out.
This was a better game for Dyson Daniel. Go ahead.
Dyson played well in this game, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Nikhil, like I said, 30 points and 3 rebounds. He was just scoring. Ricochet, 14 points on 5 of 6 shots. He really helps us run in transition. And I know he's only scoring somewhere between like 10 to 14 points. So I don't think that people think that he's playing as well as he does, but his consistency on defense and his ability to keep us moving, oh man, it's invaluable. And it's like, you know how when you have somebody who's playing good, but nobody notices but you, so it's like, oh, it's like this added benefit. That's what I look at him as like, oh, he's a cheat code that nobody knows about. Because people are now
crazy if he can get his shot consistent. He's perfecting the catch and shoot without bringing it down, which he's getting better at.
And he's
getting better at attacking the glass. But I need him to get like a pull up and be more consistent with the 3. But I mean, when Jalen Johnson's giving you triple-double, and your man Veet, green light Veet, we got to say it now. You got to say it. Veet got the green light, bro. 5 of 12 from 3. When you are allowed to shoot 12 threes, the light.
No. 3 of 9. 3 of 9 from 3. 3 of 9 from 3.
Against the Cavs?
Yes. 3 of 9. 5 of 12 from the field. But the scholarship, the scholarship boys have been hooping. And when I say scholarship boys, it's the guys who are getting paid like they're on the NIL. That's Muhammad Gay and Veet Krejci. They come out every night and they find a way to positively impact basketball. And that's where these new GMs, and especially with the second apron, this is where you make your bones right here. This is where you make your money. Where, all right, well, we've allocated all the rest of this money, and most teams have at least a bad contract, maybe 2 that you're dealing with. Where can I find some guys, put them at the end of the bench, and let them play somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes and be valuable for us? That's golden right now. Muhammad Gay, 12 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and really good defense. Another elite Okongwu game, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 assists. 4 assists. I can't tell you the last time we had a center who could get you 4 assists. That changes the way that you guard this entire team. This is a very big win where I thought people assumed we would lose.
That's a good point about Okongwu. I said earlier that we should use Jalen as like a Draymond type and run the offense through him. We are, but not necessarily. He's more of the guy, get the ball and go, and then you kind of figure it out. Once we get into the half court, we still run through Jalen, but a lot of times we're running through Okongwu at the top of the
short
key.
roll. Yep.
And he's the one that's getting either the pass, and you have to honor now his passing, which now opens up his jump shot, or I say jump shot, his set 3.
And the set 3, that little flick hook shot, he has, when he told us, hey, I'm coming back with a jump shot, he's come back with quite a few offensive tools. Now you look at guys like Ben Simmons, who had way more physical tools than him, who just never really invested the time in making their game better. And you're like, if he can do this, the rest of y'all can do this. It's an effort thing. But I applaud him. I think he deserves to be in the starting lineup. I think that he
16, 7, 3, and 2 stops.
Right.
38% from 3, 51% field goals.
Correct.
I mean,
and that's where I'm like, I don't think
doesn't demand the ball. I think that's the biggest thing.
And I like that there's nobody here with an ego. Nobody's like, oh, give me the ball, or, it's egalitarian basketball. If you cooking that night, what happens? People get out of the way and let you have your night. And that makes everybody better. And that's the reason that Hawks got 4 or 5 guys who having best season in their career.
Yeah. We needed it against 76ers. Because we almost choked that game away.
Boy, and I thought we lost the game because I wasn't able to watch the game. I was out, and I saw it was like 4 seconds left, and we're down by 2. I was like, oh, we lost.
Oh, well, we shouldn't even got to that far. We were up 8 with 43 seconds left in the game. So you didn't get to see this game, so I'll let you know. This was a back and forth game.
Oh, I saw that
And
part from watching
Maxey and
the scores on
Jalen,
my.
Maxey and Jalen just decided in the fourth quarter, like in overtime, like, all right, it's me and you. And then if Jalen got tired, then to kill Alexander Walker I think he had 18 points in the second half. He played well. Dyson Daniels, another complete game from Dyson. Big minutes from Mo Gay. Mo Gay, you know, Embiid is mad when he starts to like try to push you down. He was the gnat in Embiid's ear the whole game. He outran Embiid. He blocked his shot. He was in his face. He didn't allow him to push him out the way. I was like, oh, Embiid got that offensive foul. I was like, oh, Mo got it pissed off.
And I like you bring up the physicality. Even the last game when him and DeAndre Hunter got into it, Mo's like, nah, bro, not me. You know I just started playing. Yeah, I just started playing basketball 6-7 years ago. You've been playing your whole life. But Muhammad Gay, his physical attributes really make him difficult for a lot of people to deal with. And Embiid, a guy who's been kind of hampered by injuries, that's the last guy you want to deal with is a guy who's hungry, a guy who is supremely like athletically gifted and just really consistent. He's just going to be right there, and he's going to be a problem for you because you don't have the athleticism you used to have anymore. So he's going to be in your face. You're not going to be able to outrun him. You're not going to dribble move him to death and blow past him. You're just going to have to kind of be stuck with him. And I mean, the best thing you can do is just drop it in the post and see if he, but Embiid really don't have the legs to do that anymore.
And on offense, let me tell you, he did something twice. So he had a second quarter. We were on our way to getting blown out because them stupid ass rotations that Quinn be doing. But I get it because you're trying to figure it out.
But no, I don't get it because we've all figured out that you should not be playing Veet, Keaton, and Luke Kennard at the same time. Hell no, stop doing that.
But he put Mo Gay in there, and Mo Gay had a 3, a block. No, he had a dunk, a tip. No, he had a 3, a block, a tip dunk, and then a short jump shot right outside the paint. And he hit. That was like it was like 8 straight points. And the thing that he's added, or he's trying to add, is not just the corner 3, and it is kind of going back to basketball analytics. He's adding in the jump shot from right outside the paint, and it's not a hook. It's further out than a hook, but it's a legit jump shot. And he was killing Embiid with that. And if he can add that, him and Okongwu can play together now.
If you watch Mo Gay shoot the ball, you're like, oh, this looks good. This doesn't look like a guy who just started playing basketball and has always been considered a big. This looks like a guy who's been shooting his entire NBA career, but he hasn't. What else?
Maxey is definitely your new Allen Iverson. He plays exactly like big Allen Iverson. He's faster than you. He hits all the tough shots over you. He hits the step back.
He enjoys it. He lives
for facilitator yet.
Not assists.
But your boy, Pink Fingernail Man, fingernail polish,
Jared McCain.
Man, he's nice. I didn't know he had that in the bag. Like he was hitting the step back in the lane. He hit a couple lucky shots. They were like, bro, you shooting 26% with it. But his shoot off the dribble is elite. It looks good.
30
didn't have enough.
34, 8, and 7 from Alexander Walker, 41, 14, and 7 from Jalen Johnson, 10, 13, and 6 from Okongwu, 6 assists from Okongwu. And then Dyson Daniels, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. So we're in a very unique situation where what I think is making our team a little bit better is we have basically a point guard who can rebound well, and we have a center who can pass well. So now there's not as much, I can just kind of isolate this guy and make him do one thing. Everybody here can shoot. Everybody here can pass. Everybody here can dribble. And everybody here, minus Luke, can play defense.
Luke can't play nothing.
No.
Nikhil Alexander Walker is probably the best signing of the offseason.
by
so
any
far.
team. Yes.
Yeah,
And
in the league.
Minnesota. Let me tell you,
Yeah, y'all should have signed him.
you should have moved mountains.
Dante D. He ain't even cost a lot of money. Dante
Right.
DiVincenzo's could have been
Cheap.
gone.
15 million.
All of them could have been gone.
It's way too many guys who just on that team. I'm not letting this guy and he's, if we could just clone him, we would be good. We just need one more guy that's, I mean, I don't think you can find another one of these.
We need a
really good. That's really, I mean, we could play Ace Newell. But
allegedly, we don't play him.
The thing with him is his contract is so, all of our contracts are plus value contracts. Minus Kristaps and maybe Trae. Trae probably break even. Kristaps is a bad contract, but it's expiring, so there's value in that. But everybody else, don't get paid a lot of money, and they're actually better than their contract. Muhammad Gay, better than his contract. Now, Luke Kennard, probably not better than his contract, but also not overly expensive. Keaton Wallace, he on scholarship. Veet on scholarship. And we're getting it done. This is another team we could have lost to. Be very clear. The Sixers are not a bad basketball team, especially with their full complement of players.
Mostly. Paul George sighting. Yeah.
Right. Paul George, Embiid, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. Now playing Dominic Barlow. Let me tell you, they need a 4. They need a 4.
Dominic Paul George at the 4.
He needs to be the 3.
Don Barlow was giving Jalen hell though. Jalen still scored all the points and right, but
and they got it. They really have him. Quentin Grimes just should probably be. I mean, you could play the Edgecombe, Maxey, PG, Quentin Grimes, Embiid, but then you just have no bench. You got 5 players, and when they done, Justin Edwards, no thanks. Andre Drummond, he only shows up against the Hawks, and thank God he only played 6 minutes against us.
They ran him off the court.
Adam Bona, McCain. But yeah, they got 5 players. But I mean, let's also be real. This is a very stupid team. Your team has Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon on it in the year of 2025. That's a joke. You're not a legitimate team playing with guys old enough to coach the team.
And they're not gonna move Drummond, but I would love to have Drummond as a backup center.
Me too.
Jeez, we needed rebounding, which will kind of take you to this game and these last. I gotta, Nickeil Alexander-Arnold's best signing. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk about this Pistons game because it was just absolutely frustrating to watch. Not because they're better than us, even though I believe at full strength they're better than us. We just don't. We just don't have a big for Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart.
Nobody does. Nobody had. Jalen Duren is playing out of his mind right now. His value has skyrocketed in ways that I didn't have this on the horizon for this guy. Thought he was pretty good. Did not think he was. He's potential all-star.
Potential.
And, well, I mean. When I say potential, anybody who hasn't been an all-star before, I want to leave to potential. And everybody is a potential all-star because, I mean, he gave us 21-11. 21-11.
He's the best center in the East.
Yeah, and he's averaging 20, 12, and 2 on 65% from the field. I didn't think his offensive game was going to be this good. And that's the reason I didn't think that they were going to score enough points. If he can average 20 points, which he looks like he can do pretty easily, then, oh, man, it's a whole different team. Now, I will say,
run it through Cade and him. Those are the 2 guys that they run their offense through, and they don't do. Everybody else is just a compliment.
But this is this is when we needed Kristaps and Trae. Like, it's $70 million on the bench. It's too much money. At the end of the day, we've played very well, minus our 2 biggest, most expensive players. But there are some games I think we would have won earlier. And I think that there are some games we just won. 98 points is not a ton of points. We need more offensive juice. Some nights we have it, some nights we don't.
Well, it's a
And
back-to-back too. So I mean, that was
going to be my other part. Is this is a back-to-back after you played a double overtime game against one of the best teams in the East right now. I actually appreciate how we played and showed up in this game. I wish we could have won it, but I'm not mad that we didn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we fought back. I mean, I thought we were going to lose this game anyway. I'm just upset at how we lost it. The Pistons had like 24 turnovers. We were ripping them left and right. Dyson. I have given you big ups about the 17 and the complete game and facilitating and all that, bro. I need you to figure something out about offense. And it's not just being confident to take the shot, because he has zero confidence in his jump shot right now. It's zero. But at the last play of the game against the Pistons, when he penetrated and got into the lane, and there was nobody there. Jalen Duren was on the other side because he had to respect. He didn't have to respect Okongwu, but Okongwu wasn't even looking. And the play was perfect. Quinn, for all of the things we talk about, Quinn, his out of bounds plays be like 85% successful.
Yep.
And it was a perfect play call. They knew that they were going to double Jalen, and they knew that they were going to rotate over to your boy Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And instead, it just gave it right back to Dyson, and he went right down the lane. I was like, bro, just lay it up, because you're either going to lay it up or get fouled. And we were only down one. I was like, lay it up or get fouled, bro. And he passed it out to Okongwu in the corner, and Jalen Duren was already in his face. I was like, bruh. And he's done that so many times. He just passes. I need him to be more. He's got to work on his offense. He's got to work on his offense, or they're going to take the ball out your hands and give it to Trae, because Trae would have shot that. And that's what we needed.
So there are two things. I mean, three things now that you said that. First part is I think that his hand is injured, and that's the reason he hasn't been wanting to shoot. But at this point, he can't not play, because, I mean, if we don't have Dyson out there, then, I mean.
Keaton was.
Right. And I think that Keaton is just probably a G League player. He's an end of a bench guy, like in a pinch. But when I see him play, I don't really enjoy it unless he's just having a Keaton night, which is, it's going to be rare. He's a defensive guard. So that part, number one. Number two, Dyson's role has changed tremendously in, think 2 years. 2 years ago, he was in New Orleans and wasting away, not getting on the floor. Then you come to Atlanta and you're like, oh, I'm most improved, potential defensive player of the year. Now this year, I basically need you to be the point guard. Well, if you make him the point guard, then him being your lead perimeter defender is a lot for a young guy. Like we got to give him more time to develop on that side of the ball. And it would be nice to have Trae for this type of stuff, because at $40 million, you want that guy to take the shot. That's what we pay you $40 million for.
Yeah. And I do have to say this again after watching this game. Luke Kennard can go. I know he's been sick. He's sick, and they played. He didn't play last game for real because he had an illness against 76.
I don't know if he got mono from KP or whatever it is.
But he is awful. If he hits the three, then that allows Dyson to not have to score so much. But he's missing threes. He's bad, man. And he's not good decision maker.
He's two things. I think that I think we went after him specifically as the fit around Trae, as a just open shooter. Us talking about it and trying to fool ourselves into making him some level of point guard, I think is diabolical. I think it's not. I don't even think it's good for him, honestly. It's not putting him in the best position to be successful.
You can tell he hasn't done it since high school. You can tell he hasn't done that.
And that's just not really his role. I wish that we would go get a guard. I mean, hell, can we call Kobe Buffkin, have him come back? I know that he's been on 3 other teams by now, so he should be able to come back. I will literally take anything at this point. Us not doing anything. I love Keaton Wallace, but I don't want to see him play basketball, especially not on my team.
He's decent defensively, but I mean, he can hit the open three.
He's the Solomon Hill, deploy in must stop defensive, or hey, hold on. Yes. And just deploy. Maybe all right. Maybe your guard rolled his ankle, and you need him to play for 10 minutes every third or fourth game. Cool, but a consistent role for him is a problem. And I don't know if and when they're going to make any moves. The NBA as a whole hasn't made a lot of moves, and of course, that's what I enjoy almost the most. So it's been frustrating across the board, but specifically, I think that we've identified the things that, at least for this group of guys, works and doesn't work, and we should be looking for a point guard, score first. I mean, I would take a combo guard who can score and pass. But we need to look. We need more offensive juice.
I mean, everybody would take that. I would rather have rebounding. I would rather trade Porzingis for anybody else. Like, could the 76ers use him? Could they use him over Drummond? Like, I that would be a great swap, but I don't think they can afford it. But I
no, boy, you gonna have PG, KB, and MB.
Boy,
everybody hurt and sick.
But there's got to be somebody.
Are you going to take injuries off, big dog?
There's got to be somebody we can go get that can just rebound the ball. And I don't even say hit the open three, but just rebound. Like Isaiah Stewart would be ideal. But they're never going to let him go. And they have such a strong front court now that they'll never let him go.
I would rather. This is the part that frustrates me about the Atlanta Hawks every year since Trae. Trae was the last of that group that all played. The DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, John Collins, Kevin Huerter group. That was the end of that. That's the last time we played rookies. Play Asa Newell. My thing is, you got to develop these guys.
Yeah.
Just play them.
I wouldn't mind getting Kevin Huerter back, to be honest.
Correct.
Backup point guard.
I would 100% at the end of the year be very interested on kicking the tires on Kevin Huerter and John Collins. 2 guys you get for very reasonable contracts who I know who can just play a decent amount of basketball. Extremely.
Open three. Rebounds and open threes. I mean, that's what you need.
Just adults and good Atlanta Hawks. But play the rookies. I see rookies that were drafted after Asa Newell playing. Play our guy. And we never do that every year. We got to wait 2 or 3 years to see. And then every time, the majority of times, guys be good.
Asa Newell, man, he did have a pretty good game in the G League, his College Park Skyhawks. He probably needs to put on some weight.
Sure, but let him get physical against adults. And Quentin Grimes went down there.
Tonight it wouldn't have done nothing. Tonight against the Pistons would have done nothing.
We lost anyway. At least get some experience. That's my thing is, I don't mind. I'm not going to say I don't mind losing. But let's be real. This was not a game we were supposed to win. And wasn't this in Detroit? Yes. We're supposed to lose this game. So let the kid play. It's no reason of us not getting experience and then guys going into their second, third year and be like, well, man, at this point, I'm just trying to get comfortable playing basketball on the floor. I mean, I think that's a little of what Dyson is going through right now. Like, you got to get to a point where you're used to playing basketball.
Yeah, I hear you, Dyson. I need you to shoot layups, bro, and not just them little flick shots. If you're injured, then, hey, it is what it is. And you can't really not be injured at this point because we don't have anybody else. But then something's got to give. He's Luke goddamn Kennard. Look, if he's injured, you need to hit the shots.
No, you need to hit the shots anyway.
He dribbles into the middle of the paint and picks up the ball and then does nothing and loses it every time.
You tricking off your money. Now, another thing that I would like to see is, I guess he's still hurt, but N'Faly Dante, he big as hell. Let him play, but his knee is injured. But when he is back healthy at 6'11", 230.
Yeah, we need that. He just does. He's Bismack Biyombo. He does nothing else.
That's fine. That's fine. We don't need you to do too much else. But yeah, I would just like to have another menacing body. But if you're going to lose, the best thing you can do is at least play the young guy, let him get some experience, because not getting experience is just, that's it.
Yeah. Use the scenes. Just use the scenes on the left. Don't press anything else. MNR base and the MR media. It'll automatically go.
But well, hold on. Well, my whole thing was we kind of done with everything. I wanted to see how you feel about where we are a week later. One bad loss, 2 solid wins, 1 fair loss.
For the Hawks?
Correct.
I love averages. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I figured we would lose to the Pistons because right now they're the best team in the league. I figured
I don't believe that. No, they're not. They're not the Thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second best team in the East. The Thunder's so good, I don't even pay attention. I think they like 15-1.
Thunder are so good that if you play 2K and simulate it, you won't go 20-1. The game don't even think that's possible.
I expected us to beat the Pistons. Lose to the Pistons. I honestly expected us to beat the 76ers just because we're a bad matchup for them, and I knew Embiid was going to be tired. I did not expect us to beat the Cavs, and I did not expect us to lose to the Wizards. So, I mean, you went 2-2. Law of averages. The theme of what I figured out of this sports year is I've had the right answers. I just had the wrong method. All my work is wrong.
Fair. But hey, but I got the right answer. Can I at least get credit for that? While we're here, y'all know we're gonna do this every week. Pick watch. The Pelicans are 3-18, and they're currently tied for worst record in the NBA, which is fantastic for us. A little bit more information. The Milwaukee Bucks are currently 9-13. That is the other team that has influence on the pick. Giannis is hurt. They are in the last 10. I don't know. They lost. Let's see. They've done a lot of losing lately. I am interested to see how they kind of play out here, because if they keep losing, I could see Giannis asking out.
And they're talking about it. They're already talking about it.
And right now, they're not even in the play-in conversation at 11.
Nope.
And we a quarter through the season.
Y'all pay Miles Turner $140 million.
Great job. You win a prize, stupid prize, because you do stupid things. Then you stretch and extend Dame, so you just got this ghost player getting paid $20 million for the next 5 or so years. Great job. Y'all are knocking this out of the park. Y'all are managing events like LSU. Let me tell you, just
Giannis to
fantastic.
Toronto. Watch, there you go.
I'm not Toronto. I'm not.
No, you got Scotty Barnes. You don't do that. He's gonna go somewhere.
You have all the guys who already do the Giannis thing. What you gonna do? You're not probably gonna trade Brandon Ingram, and you can't have Scotty Barnes and Giannis on the same team. That ain't it's a rock fight. It's a rock and money.
You ain't scoring. You ain't scoring at all.
Right.
That's a 7 feet, 6'9", 7 feet, 3, 4, 5.
But also they don't have anything to trade because they don't own the pick, because we own the pick.
Oh yeah. But it is what it is. I don't know what they're gonna do.
And right now the East is Everybody has 10 to 13 wins between 2 and 9. It is interesting. Chicago seems to kind of they lost 4 in a row. Maybe we could get back into the Josh Giddey sweepstakes. I'm going to continue to advocate for that every week because he continues to basically post triple doubles every night. And he's tall.
Yeah, he got that fan kicked out because they told the truth. You don't know what you're talking about. You're making jokes about what you don't know about, bro. I know numbers. I know math, bro, and I know the law.
Boy, I sound like my mother. I know math. I know about subtract and carry the one.
I know greater than and less than. And
right.
There's an 8 in there, and one is greater than, and one is less than.
But the Hawks have been good. We got another 2 weeks. The schedule ain't the best for us so far, which I'm actually happy about because we've been very competitive through the kind of ups and downs. We played a lot of legit teams. If we can play 2 more weeks about this level of basketball, we're probably going to look at moving some guys. And when I say moving,
only 2 people to move that you consider.
3.
Oh, 3. Yeah,
3.
Get the hell on.
I think that Luke Kennard just probably does need to go somewhere else. But I don't think he can't shoot the ball. I think that they just need to remove all other responsibilities from him.
I'm exaggerating because we keep forcing him to be the ball handler. I wouldn't mind keeping him as a spot up 3. When he plays a spot up 3 role, he gives you the Cavs game. He gives you 14.
Right.
But when you make him dribble the ball down the court because you got Keaton Wallace and Vit Krejci and Muhammad Gay and anybody else on the court, it's like, damn, dog. And Dyson, it's like, hey, man, ain't no shooting. But him. There
is a guy I don't really like to do interdivision trades, but I would be interested on Jonathan Isaac for Luke Kennard. Jonathan Isaac is basically out of the Magic rotation.
And he rebounds.
Right. And he is also tall.
6'11".
Right.
Atlanta may not be his spot, though.
Too much sin.
Yeah. It's Sodom and Gomorrah in his eyes.
Hey, brother. Well, there's no better place than to start your spiritual journey and try to begin to heal people and bring people closer to the Lord. And we got plenty of churches. Plenty of churches.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad trade, though, because they need shooting.
Right.
Bad.
That's the only thing is I don't like to, you know me, I do not like to arm my enemies. And that would 100% be arming our enemies. And if we gave him that and that, like, I don't think that necessarily takes him off.
Jonathan Isaac together would be.
Oh boy, demonic defense. Let me tell you. There's nothing you can do but harass people, boy. Oh my God!
And KP, get the hell on for that. Did we bring Asa Newell off the bench?
And on top of that, like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, we assume does go back to the bench eventually. So
yeah, has to.
Right. Even though he's a starter level player, I want to be very clear about that. I think that he starts on a lot of teams, including probably ours. But yeah, for me. Yes, Jonathan Isaac would be a very good, hey, let's try it out. And he can shoot well enough too, but we need a guard. I'm pretty happy about where we are. I'm interested in seeing the moves that we make going forward. That's the biggest thing for me is we've seen this group of guys is pretty solid. They just need some offensive juice and some rebounding help. Those are the 2 things that are, to me, most important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the mic check. We're going to take 2 minutes, and then we will be right back with our episode 209 of the SplashCast. I don't know what we're going to name it yet. We'll have our HBCU news around the culture, followed by a whole lot of football mess. And then the NFL.
Oh, not no mess for me.
Yeah, kind of. Y'all stay tuned. We will be right back.